stick around a while.
Get rid of him.
I think he's coming down with the flu.
Oh, who cares?
Don't explain, Rose. I used to live with a couple of bitches myself.
Would ever treat me that way. And you know why, Ma?
The whole city knows why. They heard it on the radio.
Rose, how was your date with Miles?
We had a great time. Well, he seemed much more exciting tonight. Miles is living every moment like it's his last. If I ever got a chance at a second Mr. Right, I'd want somebody entirely different from Charlie.
But I thought you were crazy about him.
I am. I mean, we had a wonderful life together. But I'd like somebody really wild.
The word means to a person in despair.
That is your gift, Rose, and I wouldn't take it lightly.
You're just saying that. I haven't added anything to the world.
Look, Rose, God doesn't make mistakes. We were all put on this planet for a purpose. Blanche, you're here to work in a museum so that
I won't know a moment's peace. I'll scar my fingerprints with battery acid, and I'll run from town to town taking jobs that people have who got bad grades in school. And then one day they'll find me, holed up in a little shack in the Louisiana bayou, and a sheriff named Bull will call my name out over a megaphone.
Jen. Dorothy, what's the matter? Something wrong? That thrill of victory. The agony.
Complex. Salad, not Julius.
Rose, maybe you ought to work on the knishes. Or did you have an uncle who was a Mr. Potato Head?
Dorothy, you're just cranky because you haven't had a cigarette in a while.
Maybe a little, but I'll tell you the truth. I really think I'm over the worst part of it. Savannah, meanest gal in town. Now leather is tough, but Hannah's heart is tougher. She's a gal who likes to see men suffer.
What's the matter, Blanche? You seem upset. Is anything wrong?
Oh, no big deal. Just one little thing. I feel like I've died and gone to hell. Which is exactly the amount of each girl's life savings.
Exactly?
That's why this is a story instead of an immigration report. May I continue? One girl chooses to spend her money and take a chance on adventure. The other plays it cool. What they do is their business, but if I ever see your hand on Rose's behind, it'll kill me.
Wow, what a hunk.
I know. Eat your hearts out.
Blanche, did it ever occur to you that possibly Rose or I might be interested?
A nice fresh pitcher of ice cold lemonade. Pour me a cup, would you? I'm sweating like a horse.
Here, Sophia, let me get it for you.
That's okay, honey. I'll do it.
No, now, Rose, please. I told you when I first arrived I didn't want any special treatment.
I'm sorry.
It's been nearly 6 months now since I lost my sight. And,
Oh, I just hope she's really surprised. That's the best part of a birthday, when you're really surprised.
Surprise! Oh, happy birthday, Blanche.
My birthday's not till next week.
We know, but you said after the last time we'd never...
Hello, Fred.
Hello, Dorothy, Mrs. Petrillo.
Why haven't you returned my calls?
There's nothing to talk about.
We're not going away, Fred.
All right, come in. Have a seat.
Back. You see, what happened was...
Oh, you don't have to explain. My mother already told me all about you.
Honey, why didn't you tell us you were coming?
Yeah, I could have cooked all your favorite meals.
Well, my job at the jazz club ended early, so I decided to come visit for a few days.
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
You play jazz? A child prodigy, the only one... I'm sorry, Rose. It was a bad joke, and I didn't realize what it was doing to you.
Bad joke? It wasn't a joke at all. You mocked my relationship with Charlie, and you ruined my friendship with Miles. How can you be so cruel?
Dorothy, are you ever jealous of me?
Every day of my life. Blanche, why don't we go out there and do a duet?
Do you know Cry Me a River?
Oh, no, I don't.
Good, we'll do that.
Doolittle looked like a morphine addict.
There was a time in my life when I wanted to leave St. Olaf. I just didn't feel it was big enough for me. I had my eye on the Great White Way. So I went to St. Gustav, the city that never naps. Hi, Blanche. Hi, Ted. How was your date?
It's not over yet. What are you doing up?
I still can't sleep.
I don't want to seem insensitive, Rose, but that's your problem. Get out.
Blanche said,
Don't you know how much I want to be with Oreo, but... Aurora, Mama, Aurora. No, I just have such a block against that name. Rebecca.
You promised if I moved to Miami, you'd help me out, and I really need this job. Oh. You have a good time with Grandma.
Rebecca! Will you shouldn't have any problem. Are you kidding? This is going to be just like fishing in one of those trout farms.
May I have this dance, Sophia?
I got the time if you got the dime. I'm all yours.
I mean, girls, come on. Dick Kimmel is a dying man. Do we really want to profit from his misfortune? No.
It would be immoral.
We'd hate ourselves. What time's the auction?
8 o'clock.
We better get there by 7.
People from all over the county would drive up to Twin Oaks. That's the name of our house. To ask Big Daddy's advice on one thing or the other. And while the men were discussing business on the veranda, the ladies would retire to the shade of an old magnolia to sip mint juleps and exchange prize-winning pecan.
Newman. He's a psychiatrist at the Grief Center.
So, you're seeing a psychiatrist.
It's about time.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jonathan Newman.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, may I come in?
Oh, please, please.
Be grave. These are black. I look like Buddy Holly. If you get in the kitchen and eat your slop before I spank that little pink fanny. All right, I'm going. Oh, sorry. That's the way they used to call us for dinner at the home.
I can't believe I'm sitting here listening to a discussion about Sophia's love life.
Rose, let me fix you up with Willie. He needs to forget me.
No, thank you.
Okay, but you don't know what you're missing. There aren't many guys around who remember where they were when the Archduke Ferdinand was shot.
Say, Tuck. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. Well, that's good. It'll keep you on your toes. Too bad there won't be anything underneath them. Okay, we take off in 5 minutes.
Are you excited?
Dumbstruck.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Hey, you know, these peas taste just like fresh, but you can't mix them with the mashed potatoes. They should have a tunnel running from the pea compartment to the mashed potato compartment.
Ma, what is Pop talking about? What should you tell me?
All right. It's your 10th anniversary next month. Your father and I just...
Get a prison term. But don't worry about it. I'll come by tomorrow night. We'll sit down and go over all the receipts. Here's the punishment.
I will not. Now get out, Stanley.
Calm down. I can eat it plain. Well, gotta go now. See you tomorrow night.
I can't believe this is happening. Our home...
certainly wouldn't have worn those shoes with that dress.
Oh, now, just a minute here, Mr. DeKimmel. I see no reason for you to be insulting my friend Rose or her shoes. Oh, my Lord, look at those things. The Pilgrims landed in nicer shoes.
Yes, do forgive me, ladies. I
always felt like I was cheating on you.
Oh, Blanche, every day I was gone, I always wished you'd find somebody who could make you happy. How many men?
2.
Oh, honey, you don't have to ask my forgiveness.
Mama! Rebecca! Oh, honey! Oh, let me get a look at you.
This could take several hours.
Oh, darling, I have missed you so much. Oh, I missed you too, Mama.
Come on, maybe we should leave them alone.
Whatever you want to do. Ketchup to go on my lima beans.
Why?
Oh, he sometimes ate them that way. He'd make up stories about how that's the way the kings and queens of Europe ate them. He always made it sound so special. He always made everything sound...
Final exam yet. So, shall we order separate entrees and share?
Hold it, who was that?
Okay, so I've had a couple of bad relationships with women. That's not so unusual. Now, where is our waiter? Waiter!
I'm going to rub out Melvin's little friend, Mookie the Sailor. You wouldn't try me.
No, please, Blanche, I'll do anything you say.
Thought you'd see it my way.
Oh, Pop was...
The boy could have been your father.
I think we all grieve. Ma, that was 70 years ago. I was sure you'd forgotten.
I forget nothing. So, any mail? Couldn't sleep, so I'm having some tea. If that's okay with you, Prime Minister Bota.
Oh, I couldn't sleep either. I had a terrible nightmare.
Was it the recurring dream where you're a lonely old woman and your family doesn't want you, so they put you in a home and never come to...
And then almost got my balance. And I only dropped my baton 4 times. And when I was finished, I was unanimously voted captain of the cheerleading squad.
Blanche, how was that possible?
Underneath my regulation uniform, I was wearing little black French lace panties. Bearing the 15 years.
How long did you wait after George died?
So the paramedics came.
As the Reverend was performing the funeral service,
Dorothy, we're going to talk to the travel agent about Hollywood. You want to come with us?
Now, look, I'm sorry, but I am not going to spend my vacation sitting in a tour bus.
Snowball. You start out with one little harmless lie, and then you have to tell another one to cover up the first. And then another, and another. You know what I mean? And then before long, you've got an entire snowman built out of lies. Dorothy?
Obviously better security.
oh, Dorothy, the art in this room is magnificent. I know, I work in a museum. I'm an art expert. Ooh, look at this Renoir.
Actually, that's a Seurat. His signature style was pointillism. Notice how the little dots of color seem to blend together from a distance.
Was coming here in the first place.
Dorothy, I thought you went to bed.
Can't sleep. I just lie awake thinking about Michael and Lorraine. Sure took you a long time to spell Welcome Magda.
Oh, I thought that'd be too boring. So instead I decided to depict Magda's escape from Czechoslovakia.
But isn't that barbed wire?
Isn't it amazing what you can do with icing?
In the meantime, I'll bunk with you. I told Pepe he could have my room.
He's staying here with us?
Hey, we're in training. And set another place at the table. Hey, Pepe. Pepe, you like ravioli?
Okay.
Bungo.
Kill Gonzalez!
One for my baby. I remember.
Ma, you do?
Yeah. I heard a smoke alarm, looked up and saw flames coming out of the heater. Maria was confused. I grabbed her on the hot plate and ran out. It was the heater.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. It was the heater.
You dig up...
Breakfast in his underwear. I hope that's not a problem for anyone.
I need a cigarette.
No, Dorothy, you sit right down here. Now, you need to exercise a little self-control. Dorothy, listen, you can quit smoking. Now, just do it the way I did it. Just taper off. Smoke only after sex.
Good idea.
Oh, as God is my witness, I will never pick up another man. In a library. On a Saturday. Unless he's cute and drives a nice car.
Big dance back in St. Olaf to kick off pretzel week. My Uncle Gunther after the great beer nut shortage of 29.
Foul, foul! Send a judge over here. This woman is trying to put us to sleep.
You're just exhausted and you're trying to blame it on me.
Exhausted? I'll show...
Well, don't look at me.
Rose, you made the reservation.
I know, I just don't want you looking at me.
Look, I'm terribly sorry about the mix-up, but this is not for us. We'd like to leave.
I'm afraid you're with us for the night, ladies. The bus doesn't leave down the mountain till tomorrow morning.
Ladies, may I show you to your room?
Just poor who can't even afford her own place to live. Beam me up!
Beam me up, Dorothy, you believe?
Rose, they checked out what we saw, and it actually was a UFO.
Dorothy, where's
How do you know those words?
I guess it's from reading the American Journal of Abnormal Psychology. It's published in St. Olaf, you know. In fact, my Uncle Gunther used to be the editor.
And what were you, the centerfold? I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe you're Bora. I just hate that name. Why couldn't you have found something more musical, more southern, more beautiful?
Sorry, Blanche. Look, I know you don't like the name, and I know you think that I'm bringing it up wrong.
No. I just don't see why you have to feed her when you could
Die.
I don't want to.
Who does?
You know, I'd settle for even just one more day. God knows why. Tomorrow I'm cleaning the closets.
I love you.
You know what, Dorothy?
What?
Death sucks. You would be picking to great reviews.
Morning, everyone.
Clear out, girls. Dorothy needs her space.
Ma, don't start with me.
Now, come on, you two. Let's put on our happy faces. It's a beautiful day and Gloria's coming. Why don't you just kiss and make up?
Why don't you just blow it out your ditty?
I'm not falling for those big sad eyes and floppy ears and wet nose. The last time I did it ended in divorce. And Stan couldn't even catch a Frisbee in his teeth. Oh, listen. Honey, it's not a personal thing. Now, I don't hate you. As a matter...
How am I going to do that, Blanche? How am I going to get through the next 3 days?
Thank you.
What do you mean you're canceling? Is there anything I can say to chance
To look good at this wedding.
Look, Ma, I don't know how to break this to you.
Gently, I'm old.
Giuseppe Mangiacavallo has had a fabulous life. He's in his 80s, is a multimillionaire, and enjoys perfect health.
Well, it's a very slow-acting curse.
So it would appear. Well, there is something wrong with the line. That's why I can't say it.
There's something wrong with the
Yes,
line.
you see, I'm an English teacher. I should know. The reason I can't say it is because the line itself is not grammatical. See, it should be really good pizza, not real good. Perfect. Four-time champion? How? This woman is an idiot.
Oh, really? She didn't get knocked up in high school.
Unable to provide for his family and not much fun under the old yak skin, the women would leave him out in the snow to die.
Tough village.
Stanley, I just spoke to Dr. Deutsch, and he says there's nothing to worry about. Some patients do experience a sudden setback like this just when they're recovering early today so I could get the press list information ready before lunch.
Dorothy, you're such a treasure. I hope that man appreciates you. Why, you've only been there for a week and you already know almost as much about running that museum as I do.
It's a museum. What's to know? You bang in a nail, you hang up a picture. Any idiot could do that.
Stop bragging, Ma. You're only saying that because I'm your...
Splurged? Okay, 1 year we went to Chicago to tour the stockyards. But it was our 20th anniversary. We had a romantic trip coming.
You must have been the envy of every woman in St. Olaf.
Oh, it was more than the stockyards. We even got to
The showers. You wash and I'll dry.
Well, that might be a problem. See, Blanche, there's something I gotta tell you. But first I want you to know you've changed my life, and no matter where I am, I'll never forget you.
Why does this sound like a goodbye speech?
Well, I'm leaving for Japan. A team there made me an offer.
Made you an offer? Wedding elves still busy packing their tiny bundles.
Wedding elves.
It's that cheap hair dye she uses. It finally ate through.
No, we're doing fine, Blanche.
Oh, honey, Sophie, you're using too much rice.
Fine, this elf quits.
I guess that's just a mother's nature. Well, I'll see you in the morning.
Hey, Blanche, listen, my mom lives in Oregon. You know, I don't get a home-cooked meal too often. It'd be okay if I stop by sometime?
I think that would be great. And now, I don't care.
There's some things about Salvador I still have trouble talking about. Of course, other things I'm not allowed to talk about unless I want the Scarpoli family to put out a contract on me. Hey, I made up that last part, trying to lighten the moment.
Remember? And I was wearing that blue sequin dress. Will you quit complaining, Marty? It's going to be fun.
You said we were going dancing tonight. You failed to mention it was a dance marathon.
Well, the first prize is $1,000, and I have to have that money. I'm in desperate need of medical attention.
I can see how close the two of you are and how close you are to Rosa Blanche.
Well, we've all learned a lot from each other. Hey, Ma taught me life does not end because you've reached a certain age, and I've become much more comfortable with my sexuality because of Blanche. And Rose has taught me...
Benjamin wasn't black. He was from New Jersey. I went to my senior prom with a Yankee. On the marriage, George would dress up as a ghost and chase me around the house with one of those little fly swatters, and then when he caught me...
But Blanche, I'm talking about arranged marriages, not deranged.
Sorry.
Oh, that must be Sven.
I hope we didn't wake you. My sisters and I couldn't sleep. We felt terrible about the things we said to you this afternoon.
We didn't agree on much of anything, did we?
Look, neither one of us want...
Boom, 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 boom. Mr. Sandman,
Yes?
bring me a dream.
Today, you were in a green satin dress and a fringe shawl which you did everything but sleep in.
You're crazy. I wasn't wearing the fringe shawl that night. I lent it to Maria Finestro.
Who?
Maria, the one with the huge breasts. Remember, after the band left, there was no entertainment, so all the men pitched pennies into her cleavage? She walked off with $19 of my husband's hard-earned money.
Should I never know where we'll end up.
Oh, come on now, Blanche. Even the paper boy knows where you'll end up.
You know what I mean. With Richard, I have to be prepared for anything. Last week, he asked me out to lunch. We ended up going horseback riding.
Personally, I've always been afraid of dating a wealthy man.
Why, Rose? Fear of gold, but... I mean, it'll be kind of fun. We'll get to know each other again.
I think that would be wonderful.
Joe, I wonder where Gloria is. I was thinking of surprising her, inviting...
So that we could buy Pop a television for his birthday.
Then it's settled. You buy us one, we'll buy you one.
It's a deal.
Sure. Then your father can go watch the Friday night fights with your yutz of a husband. You can come over here and watch Person to Person with me. And maybe once a week the whole family can come over and watch that new...
Any more of this?
Hi! Wrong button. That's fast forward.
Oh, my. What are they doing?
I know what they're doing, but I never saw anybody do it at that speed.
Reminds me of my Uncle Ricky's rabbit farm. We have to find out what Sophia and Angela are mad about, and then force them to sit down and settle it. It's like that old Scandinavian saying, you can let two angry mackerel fight it out in a purse, but don't ever plan on carrying that purse to a formal affair.
No, I hate waiting.
I hate hospitals. I hate when the people put each other down on Love Connection.
Dorothy, I got here as fast as I could.
Stan, how'd you know where to find her?
Well, I had second thoughts about the price of the ring the girl...
You know, Pussycat,
3, 2, 1... I can't
call.
Oh, thank you, Ma. Oh, a young Bacall.
Amazing. 60 years old and she still falls for that young Bacall bit.
I heard that! Hiya, Cupcake. It's time to play Connect the Freckles. Not now, Max. Would you hand me the...
What the hell is going on here?
What's wrong?
Lucy didn't come home last night. Her bed has not been slept in.
Calm down, Blanche.
I'm going to call the police.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sure she'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that can happen to a 20-year-old girl in Miami? Oh, my God.
Good morning. Lucy? Oh, for heaven's
Oh, thanks for a wonderful evening. It's not many men who take a girl shopping.
Well, it's not every woman who likes to shop for bait. Well, sweetheart, I had a wonderful time. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's this in my pocket?
That line, a vacation.
We thought you were going to tell her, Dorothy.
Well, I was waiting for the right moment. You know, like right after we landed in New York.
New York? I want to go to an island.
New York is an island.
No, I mean someplace where swarthy men who don't speak English rub oil all over your body.
Great. Then we can go for a ride on the subway.
They'll always be there for me. And I'd like to enroll all of you in that fellowship.
No.
But you've got to.
Why?
Because if I don't meet my quota for enrolling new people in this loving, accepting, caring fellowship, they're going to kick me.
Slow down, you yutz. You're going right past her. But he didn't hear. And that's why today, Rose, there's an unusually large Italian population in Spilsbury, Massachusetts.
That's a really moving story, Sophia. What exactly is the point?
The point?
Good night, Mom.
Not tonight, Cease. I'm not in the mood anymore. Oh, I just hope she's really surprised. That's the best part of a birthday, when you're really surprised. Surprise!
Oh, happy birthday, Blanche.
My birthday's not till next week.
We know, but you said after the last time we'd never been...
Pussycat, I've been working on some jokes for your act. Why did Rose throw the alarm clock out of the window?
I don't know, Ma. Why?
Because she's a moron.
One of you go out with him. Oh, I feel terrible for what he's going through, but I'm not about to cancel my date.
So you want me to cancel mine? You don't have a date.
Nobody knows that.
Well, I do it, Dorothy, but I'm really no good at listening to people's problems.
Rose, you're...
Sophia.
Yeah, but it would have been more touching if it hadn't been a felony.
Well, still, though, it just goes to show your hair may turn gray, your skin may wrinkle, but you're never too old for romance. So don't give up, girls.
You know, I can never tell when you ladies are kidding.
Ouch!
Good one.
Stan, I want you gone before the president gets here.
Come on, Dorothy. I'm a big fan. Maybe he'd like to meet me. Almost voted for him. I would have if I could have registered. You know those things go straight to the IRS?
So could I.
Drink, you don't gamble, you don't dance. My God, what are you, a priest?
Yes.
So, where are you guys from? I think I detected an accent.
What does it matter? Life is just one bottomless pit of muck and despair.
Hey, problem. His whole life is a 50-yard dash.
Ma, he robbed a bank. I'm calling the police.
No, wait. He didn't rob that bank. I know Rocco. He's a good man, a decent man, an honest man, and not a bad kisser.
I'll tell you what. I'll drop the film off when I pick up our tickets to the Philharmonic today.
Philharmonic?
Yep. Beethoven Sonata number 29. 1 week from tonight, just you and me under the stars. Ma, aren't you excited?
I'm lactating.
That's very touching, Rose. It shouldn't be, but it is.
You know, when I think of my father, I don't remember just one incident. I just know that he was always there to take care of me whenever I got into trouble, which was all the time. I just never dreamed that...
Have any talent for the talent show. The whole thing's going to be a disaster. I'll be the laughing stock of the ladies' auxiliary.
Would it help if I got Bob Hope to be our MC?
How are you going to get Bob Hope?
Easy. He's my father.
Moved in good time, let him that moved you hither move you hence. I knew you at the first. You were immovable.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
V, when I was watching the new Lassie. You know, that's actually an interesting story. You see, the new Timmy was lost, and the new Lassie was trying to tell the new grandpa where he was. So the new Lassie came in.
Did I ever tell you that I cry every Tuesday?
I go right to sleep. How Dorothy?
During.
Girls, we can't drink plain milk.
Why not?
It's disgusting. If we're going to have milk, we need cookies.
Hell, if I'm going to have cookies, I'm going to have cheesecake.
Is there cheesecake?
Chocolate cheesecake.
You bought chocolate?
That ball past your hip.
Rose, everyone is finished and I checked the score. If you can pick up a spare in the last frame, you'll be leading the tournament. Consider it done, Mom. Go to it.
Dorothy, where's the cheese?
Right turn, left turn, right turn. Must find the cheese. Must find the cheese.
Dorothy?
Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, Rose. Rose, may I ask you a question? A purely hot...
Vesta,
Now, do you love me the way you did Sal?
I thought I did, but now I think I might have confused a great friendship with a great love.
Boy, if this was Ronald Coleman and Greer Garson, there wouldn't be a dry eye in the house.
This is the kind of mistake you're supposed to make when you're 19. It gives me...
I want you to meet my husband, Jack.
You didn't tell me you had such a handsome husband.
Didn't tell you he was rich either.
Oh, that's my Trudy. Oh, you haven't lost your sense of humor or those pesky 10 pounds.
Mrs. Petrillo, is that you?
No, it's Jane Fonda.
Oh, Blanche, please eat with us. You can ask questions. I can't.
Oh, all right, fine. But I still don't understand why you cannot remember this man. He says you seriously dated. I mean, how many boyfriends could a naive farmer's daughter possibly have had? 2, 3?
Well, it depends what... Not so terrific.
3 cakes.
Yeah. Rose had planned a surprise birthday party for me. You were still living at Shady Pines.
You mean the home. Say it, Dorothy, the home.
Anyway, Rose had planned the surprise birthday party for me. Oh, I'll never forget it. I've never had such a surprise.
I don't get to know?
No, Mom.
Okay, have it your way, but nobody can keep a secret from Sophia Petrillo. Whatever that guy's hiding, I could smoke it out of him in 3 or 4 quick questions.
Hello, ladies.
Perfect timing.
Ma.
So, Clayton, what do you think of this Miami weather so far? Broke her hip, fell through the shower doors, hit her head against the sink, got a concussion, and swallowed her dentures. To hear her complaining, you think no one else had problems. I took some of her cookies. You hungry?
No, I'm too upset to eat.
Honey, they're doing everything they can.
Oh,
I'm not wearing cologne, but that's impossible. It smells kind of like a mixture of Old Spice and musk and...
And a porterhouse steak?
Yes.
That's me. The smell really gets intense when I sweat.
Really? Well, I'd be curious to...
We had a pig once. All the male pigs loved her. Oh, she was very beautiful. And she got pregnant, and we never knew who the father was.
Oh, my God, Rose, what did you do on Father's Day?
Here we go. Week of the 7th. Let's see.
Who was it?
Blanche?
Let's drive to Disney World and ride the teacups.
Oh, too wild, Rose.
Hey, I know a bar over in Cocoa Beach where you can pick up over-the-hill astronauts.
Or there's some rocky road in the...
What?
That's right. You see, when I like somebody, I get to make up what they look like for myself. And when I like somebody a lot, I make up a pretty nice picture.
Would it be rude of me to ask just what that picture is you have of me?
Oh, well, you make me laugh.
You're not too thrilled about that, but you get used to it.
And then something happens and you find out that there's still bullies on the playground. And all the old instincts come back. And that's what happened to me yesterday. I know you and Kate have made up, but I still have the same feelings. Do you want...
And aha! But what about why? What's the motive?
When a 22-year-old marries an 88-year-old, chances are she's not after his body. Thank God, that means he's better.
Here, I'm pooped. Oh, I guess there must be a reason why women have babies when they're 20-ish instead of 40-ish.
Blanche, the only thing in this room that's 40-ish is your hairdo.
Get me out of here.
Okay. Who is your insurance company?
Lloyd's of London. What do I look like? I'm on Medicare.
We'll tell the desk. They'll send somebody. Well, don't just stand there.
What?
It's your perfume, Blanche. It gives you away every time.
Oh, goodness. For a tentacle.
Any girl who says that and doesn't blush knows what she's saying. You were the only thing that kept me awake in biology class. Yeah, to old friends.
Oh, I wish you weren't leaving tomorrow. You know, I'm really looking forward to Becky's visit, even though she is in a delicate condition.
Yeah, knocked up and single. How dainty.
Now, I think it's great that she's brave enough to have that baby by herself.
Look who's talking. The president of Knocked Up and Single.
So, Margaret, you're from Atlanta.
Well, that's right.
That child over there is trying to steal my daddy away. She's no better than a tick on a slow-moving hound dog.
Why is everyone around here talking like Burl Ives? I'll get it.
Atlanta must be a lovely city. Have they really...
Where are they, Rose? Hiding in the shower?
She means a lot of people have probably croaked in here.
I know what she means, Ma. I just don't need to hear it the night before surgery.
Come on, don't be such a baby. I had my appendix out in the hospital in Sicily. That was rough.
His wife left him.
And you believed him? That is the oldest line in the book. I hear that at least twice a week.
And it works every time.
I said it was old. I didn't say it doesn't work.
Believe me, Chrissy left him. He was devastated. Next thing I knew, I was holding him. He was crying. We were in bed.
Should be celebrating, not arguing whether or not it's right. Now, what do you say? We all join hands and sing a chorus of Abraham, Martin, and John.
Is she for real?
Frightening, isn't it?
Marriage, family, and tradition. Not to mention wedding showers, catered affairs, the bridal registry at Burdine's.
No, I know what you mean, Blanche, but there's another side to this. If I had lived with Stan before we got married, I could have spared us both some very painful time.
You bet I'm talking about cupcakes. What are you talking about? Wait a minute. Have you and Miles been baking together?
Rose, I would never do that to you, I swear.
Good. Because if I ever caught Miles with another woman in my kitchen, I'm going to make this up to you.
I said, just forget it, Rose.
No, I've already decided. For 1 week, I am going to be your personal Wiedenfrugen.
Can one woman do that for another?
Only if they're the same height. What the hell is a Wiedenfrugen? You are going overboard. Now, I think you need to see someone.
Dorothy, I don't think a date is necessarily the answer.
I meant a psychiatrist, hot pants. Well, now, what do you say, Rose? Come on, honey, we'll all go.
Leave. My secret admirer wants me to meet him for lunch.
Oh, Blanche, I can't believe you're going to do it. I mean, sure, the flowers are nice, but, honey, are you sure you know what you're getting yourself into?
Oh, come on, Dorothy. How much trouble can I get into in a public place?
How soon we forget the Greyhound Terminal incident.
It feels like, but I sure as hell remember what it looks like.
Grandma, listen.
You listen. How dare you come into our home and act like a common gigolo? You've embarrassed me, your mother, our friends. Not to mention that poor, stupid, flat-chested girl.
Look who's calling the vase Ming.
There's just one hitch. I need 3 more people to get the group rate at the hotel.
I thought hotels always gave you the group rate.
Yes, sweetheart, but this is for the whole night.
I'm glad to hear it. Would you care to dance?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh. I'm usually not this forward, but Glenn Miller has such an effect on me. You don't like Glenn Miller, do you?
Oh, are you kidding? I was in the search party. Let's dance.
Apparently, it's a hereditary trait.
I'll say this for Clayton. He has great taste. Doug is absolutely charming.
And funny. It's not every couple can do a good Betty Davis impression.
Thank you.
Damn, I'm good. And calls for a toast to Miles and Rose and poor lonely Blanche.
I am so excited. I'm going to have an old-fashioned St. Olaf wedding. Dorothy, you're my best friend. Will you be my maid of honor?
But limousines waiting.
Oh, you little devils, you. Wait a minute. Honey, are you sure you don't want to join us? You got a marzipan bar in your ear? I told you, I've got a date with you-know-who.
Mom, we love you.
Yeah, right. Oh.
You fell for it.
I did.
This time?
Lord, it's been ages since I heard that from a man. Yes, it is my first time.
I can give you a few pointers if you like.
We're going to jail.
I believe you, Counselor, I believe you. Just proceed. Make it quick. Your Honor, this may be my very last appearance before the bar. Would you indulge?
Too far away because I'm afraid they'll be painful. It's hardest on holidays or when I'm lying in bed alone at night. But remembering Charlie with you is wonderful. I'm glad I met you, buddy. But I don't love lives without men.
Oh, who?
Well, Inga Lundqvist.
Who was she, some Swedish lesbian?
She was a neighbor of ours.
Not by chance the one who shredded her husband with some farm machinery.
Yes! And she never remarried, and she led a very happy rest of...
Everyone here is a star. Now, playing the part of Josie will be Phyllis Hammerall, and the part of the sheriff will be played by Ronald Bromberg. The rest of you will be non-speaking townspeople. Thank you very much.
I don't believe it, Phyllis Hammerall.
I am sorry. I've done it for so long now, I don't know if I can get by without it.
Well, maybe this is a good time to start.
Rose is right. Listen, you're going to get an A in that class. We're going to help you do it. And as far as that professor is concerned, you should report him immediately.
You think I should?
Absolutely. You know, when I first started teaching, the school... Oh, Ma, how can I?
What, Dorothy, what's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. I single-handedly ruined a man's life today.
Which hand?
This hand! What difference does it make what hand? I ruined him, that's all. I was in over my head. I played with fire and I lost.
Kessler had. Is the man asleep during it?
I think so, Rose.
And what about the parts they put on? Do they test them first?
Tradition of American education. Now, are there any questions?
Yes, Mrs. Bornak. What does Joe have to say about all this?
Joe who?
Joe Mama!
Rose, I think we ought to call that boudoir photographer today and make an appointment.
I'm getting married. What do you think about that?
I think it's a mistake.
To wear all that makeup.
I know it's fast, but I just don't know when I'll find another like him. He just, oh, girls, he makes me feel so good, so young, so happy.
Oh, Rose.
She's in this room.
Hey, man, cool.
Oh, Blanche, come on, you only think she's here. You and Grammy spent a lot of time here, and the memories are so alive. Of course, you can almost feel her here, right, Rose?
Well, she's not under the bed.
No. I mean, I'm trying to save something that you can't go into without wearing hip boots.
Well, some people might chuckle, but I think what you're doing is important. I mean, people laughed at me back in St. Olaf when I spearheaded the drive to get our very own missile silo. I need a new menu. Mine seems to be full of mistakes. For example, it says a small glass of tomato juice is $6. I see. Oh, room service, I'll have to call you back.
Believe it. He's not coming back.
You okay?
Oh, yeah, I think I'm okay. No, I know I'm okay. You know, Ma, for the first time, I feel that it's over, that it's really over. Look who's calling the vase Ming.
There's just one hitch. I need 3 more people to get the group rate at the hotel.
I thought hotels always gave you the group rate.
Yes, sweetheart, but this is for the whole night. Leaving there, I hunted 3 hours for his owner.
I hate dogs, Rose.
Oh, Dorothy, come on. Nobody hates dogs. Oh, please, just for the night, I promise.
Please, Annie Dorothy. I won't be any trouble, please. All right, the Sun-Kissed building. And here's Blanche in bed with the Country Bear Jamboree. Honey, do you know what this means?
I sure do. My God, you're an animal.
Rose, these are double exposures.
Double exposure?
Yes, obvious. Oh, Ma, come here. I want you to taste this. Well?
Wouldn't it be easier to put a pillow over my face?
I did it! I did it!
You did what? You knocked down 2 pins.
It's a personal trial.
But we're not out of it yet. All we need to win is a...
Coming.
Thank God you're here. I was a wreck. I was sitting there night after night with Oliver, just lonely as hell. I didn't know what was going on up here. Now I thought, what if I lose her?
Come on, Ma. Now be nice. They're looking forward to your visit. The 6 boys are giving up their bedroom for you.
It'll be a miserable week. I don't even know why I'm going.
Ma, it's your grandson's graduation.
Big deal. Animal grooming school. He'll know how to make that fluffy ball at the end of a poodle's tail.
Like Charlie's Angels.
I have been told I bear a striking resemblance to Miss Cheryl Ladd. Although my bosoms are perkier.
Not even if you were hanging upside down on a... Well, Marguerite, I guess we just let our superstitions get the best of us, and I think we owe you an apology.
No, I owe you an apology. Because you're right, I'm a lousy housekeeper. I feel like such a silly goose.
This is terrible. I was raised to hate communists. I remember in the early 50s when McCarthy came to St. Olaf to speak in the town square. I was never so moved by a public speaker. Although some people thought he was a puppet for the right wing. No, wait, that was Charlie McCarthy.
I always am.
Still, she must be worried by now.
Rose, my daughter's dead. She passed away some time ago. I go to the cemetery on Mother's Day. It was always such a special day for the 2 of us. I like to pretend it's still.
I don't know if all that's true, but you got me, and baby, I got you.
Babe. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. They say our love won't pay the...
Tea to put you to sleep.
Looks like milk.
Trust me, Rose. Drink it. Slowly. That's right. Down the hatch. We call this Sicilian Sominex. Now, you might feel a slight tingling, but believe me, you'll sleep.
Why are you sitting here in the dark?
Why not? I've seen the living room before.
Look, I've got to get some rest. Tomorrow I am seeing Barry Glick for the first time in 35 years. If I don't get at least 6 hours sleep, I look like Buddy Ebsen.
Now that you mention
Shut
it,
up, Blanche.
television set and watch a white person dance down the line on Soul Train.
Look, race is not even an issue. I mean, your daughter is twice my son's age. What can a woman in her 40s possibly have in common with a boy in his 20s?
Sex.
Saw it on television. Peter Marshall played this microbiologist on the Love Boat, and he was conducting sinister experiments on the Landers sisters.
My apologies, Rose. For a moment there, I didn't think it had been documented.
You know, what is happening between Sophia and Angela is not unlike an in my behind.
So what was so disturbing?
Well, I woke up and I'd only gotten to sleep with Steve Gutenberg. I'm not even sure who he is. Well, what are y'all doing up?
I just couldn't sleep the rest of my life. It's very oily.
What about dinner tomorrow night, Dorothy? Say about 8? Perfect. We'll go to Jack's Crab House. It's wonderful.
Well, girls, is this dress going to stop traffic or what? Oh, hello there.
And baggies for me to bring back hors d'oeuvres. You're wearing a girdle.
Yeah, and padded shoulders. Is my head sweating?
No. Stan, the reason I came...
Is the wedding still on?
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be?
He's right. Why wouldn't it be? Dorothy, come on, let's go powder our noses before the ceremony. I guess I'm all right. I mean, I threw my party because I wanted romance and excitement and moonlight madness, and that's what I got. I got it all with an English accent. And I didn't have to compromise my virtue. I feel like a lady again. And to tell you the truth, I'm starting to get sick of it.
And you were my favorite student. But I'm not your teacher anymore. And Mr. Gonzalez is dead. Let's mambo.
Susan Armstrong?
Dear O'Brien, my. Why, you would not believe how often I've thought about you over the...
Oh, yeah.
Look, Rex and I have had lots of nice dates together. Maybe he's a little unpredictable, but that's what makes him so exciting. That and these.
I wish Miles was more unpredictable. I know where I'm going every night.
You toss your cookies.
I mean, besides that, I sing.
You what?
A lullaby my mother used to sing to me when I was a little girl. So when I'm scared or alone, I sing it, and it gives me courage.
No song is going to help me.
Salvador. Mainly because he's the only guy in the room with a neck. Anyway, I'm feeling a little queasy. Francesca makes a great party, but she bakes a manicotti you could anchor a boat with. So I go upstairs for a broma seltzer when suddenly Salvador grabs me from behind and begins passionately kissing me.
One of rum rays and throw up and fall asleep in your kimono.
See, Dorothy, nobody knows me like you.
Look, I really have plans.
I made dinner reservations at Monty's. You know how Monty's always cheers me up? We could take a walk on the beach, maybe go dancing at the Breakers, if there's no cover charge.
I really can't.
Dorothy, please.
Dorothy, do we know anybody named Cecilia?
Your cousin, Ma. She only has weeks to live.
Oh. Next time I'll accept the charges.
Does not want us to say a word about this to anyone until we hear from him again. Not a word. Is that understood?
Yes. I thought I heard voices in here. What you girls doing?
Oh, nothing. We're just sitting talking.
We rushed right over.
Excuse me, miss, you can't go in there.
Oh, the hell I can't. I ought to kick your butt from here to Tallahassee.
I'm sorry, Blanche.
You're sorry. Do you have reporters badgering you? You have roommates calling you a liar?
George, what do you say? We'd really love to have you.
Maybe some other time.
What about forgive and forget, Dot?
I am not Dot. Goodbye, George.
Bye, Dot. Where are you going?
Going to New York.
Great, let's do it.
You're not invited, Oliver. I'm going.
Woods. Bonjour. Or was it bon appetit? I don't remember. Anyway, it was something in French. I guess nobody minded that I couldn't.
I've just got to remember that it's not the clothes that make the man, it's the man that makes the clothes. Oh, God, he looks like he died in a Benny Hill sketch. Oh, I guess there's nothing we can do about it now. Besides, it's probably what Phil wanted. I'm going to go check on Ma.
Listen.
Not easy for you? Please, Ma. The day you stop speaking your mind...
I'm not going.
What?
I'm not going with you, Pussycat. I'm staying here with the girls.
The girls?
Rose, Blanche, whatever they are. We discussed it after a romantic mood. I'm going to let that golden opportunity pass right by.
Hello.
Dorothy, I got her costume for the masquerade ball at the counseling center.
Oh, no. Is it time for that again?
Oh, it's the biggest social event of the season.
Dorothy, it'll be fun.
It will not be fun. Ooh, there is no fun in my life. Oh. Have you ever... What are you talking about?
You knew Trudy was playing a practical joke all along and you never shared it with your best friends. We thought you were devastated. We suffered right along with you.
Yeah.
That was insensitive.
Insensitive.
Selfish. Listen, as far as we are concerned, Dorothy Spornak, you have gone too far this time. No, this is unforgivable.
Saw him grab you. I just couldn't see what he was.
Listen, you know, it could have been a lot worse. Most people in an abusive relationship have to hit bottom before they can get out. You were lucky.
Your bottom's a lot higher than most people's.
Well, I'm off.
Oh, where you going, Rose?
To see...
Don't ever change, Pussycat.
I count my blessings every day because I have the kind of friends who stand by you through the bad and the good. When you're lucky enough to find that kind of friendship, I guess you just want to pass it on. To let it go.
All right, Ma, I'll do it.
You've made me a happy woman. Now, if you want to go the extra mile, I hear one of the judges has a fetish. Dorothy's going to be in the mother-daughter beauty pageant.